So maybe you've been following the San Francisco Kaepernick controversy. It's always a controversy when a black guy expresses his First Amendment rights. That's always a big controversy, especially when it's against power. That's a big deal. If you're a powerful, rich white guy, you can scream all you want about how crappy this country is, and people will applaud you and bring you on their TV shows, and no one will ever mention it. But if you're a black guy and you say America's not as good as it should be, oh my God. Every moron in the world, including the news media, right? So a guy named Rory Fanning, by the way, he's the real deal. This guy, Rory Fanning, that's who this guy is. He's the real deal. What is he? He's a veteran. He did 2 tours,
2 deployments to Afghanistan.
2 deployments to Afghanistan. He, what else did he do, Steph?
He's become a political activist.
And he's become a political activist. So this guy comes on CNN. And you know what? I saw this on Twitter. Somebody had posted this video. That's how I looked for the long version of this video. I could not find it. I went to CNN. I tried to find it. So if it's out there, maybe it's out. But I couldn't find it. I tried. So, but you know, I'm no Columbo. But I did look. So here, but the point of this, let's listen to what he says to the CNN anchor. And let's just watch where the CNN anchor wants to take the focus of this conversation. Let's enjoy.
I want to live in a free country, and this is not a free country. We had 1,200 police murders last year. Think
about that. 1,200 police murders last year, 0 convictions, 0. Wow. What's wrong with this country? We let people from the state come and kill us. We don't do anything about it.
Tell Freddie Gray's parents that this is a free country when not one person was indicted for his murder.
Tell Freddie Gray's parents this is a free country.
Well, Alton Sterling's parents that this is a free country.
Let me when you're getting in a debate over freedom and democracy.
So I'm going to dismiss what you're saying because you're getting into a debate about freedom of democracy. I'm going to dismiss that. I want to bring it. I wonder where he's going to bring it back. You think he's going to bring it back to a really important point? You think he's going to bring it back to the thing we're actually supposed to be talking about, or do you think he's going to bring it back to a BS distraction? Let's see.
One question first, then I'll get to another question here. Colin Kaepernick also. We saw the socks that Colin Kaepernick had been wearing with the pictures of pigs as policemen. How is that not doing something?
So he wears these socks, and it has pictures of pigs with police hat on them on his socks. Now, I was told that Kaepernick did that because he has cop friends, just like I have cop friends. You can be super hypercritical of cops and know who they are and still have friends. My dad was a cop. My grandpa was a cop. My oldest brother's a cop. Some of my best friends in Chicago are cops. They're all nice to me, and they're all maniacs when they go out when they're cops. I can understand that. I can keep that idea in my head. So this guy, he's talking about Freddie Gray. He's talking about people are being killed by police. And this guy wants to talk about how disrespectful his socks were. By the way, those socks he wore as an inside joke to his friends who were cops. That's what he says. Even if he did it, I couldn't give a crap. Who cares? Who cares? You guys have a gun. You're given guns and the ability to kill people with impunity, and you're upset because a guy wore his socks with the pigs on them. And that's what this CNN guy wants to talk about. Oh, isn't that so offensive? He just said they killed 1,200 people, you jackass, and you come back with socks. That's what you want to talk about? Isn't that really what we should be talking about? You jackass. Wow. Again, I'm sure that CNN guy's a nice guy, and if he dated my sister, I'd be happy about it. I'm sure he's a nice person. I'm just saying this is horrible journalism. Again, these guys are worthless, these guys in the news. They're practically worthless. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Things that Colin Kaepernick is protesting against right there, grouping all police officers as pigs, which is a slur. I mean, that's a derogatory slur, indicting all police officers, isn't it?
His socks.
We live in a country that has the largest prison population in the history of the world. 1,200 people were killed by the police last year, and we want to talk about socks. But yeah.
So he, again, rightfully brings it back to what we should be talking about. rightfully is like, really? This is what you want to talk about? It's really a slur when you think about it. Let's pretend that this is the issue. Instead of people being murdered by an out of control, brutal police culture and a society that condones it. An over militarized bunch of frickin' maniacs. The most nervous guys in the neighborhood are given guns. Seems like. That's what it seems like. Biggest prison population in the world. We have a free country. And this CNN guy is just like, doof, doof, just patoo, patoo. Nothing penetrates that corporate brain. Nothing can get through that guy's stupid, thick skull. That guy's doing a disservice to our country, the news guy. You know who's not? Kaepernick, wearing those socks. You know who is? CNN, by hiring empty heads like that. But if you have a full head, you're not going to get hired by CNN unless you're willing to sell out like Anderson Cooper.
The people who killed Freddie Gray
look, the people who we're not arguing about socks. Rory, hang on one second. We're not arguing about just socks here.
No, hold on.
Yes, you
Wait a minute.
are.
No, they're not. They're only featuring an image about socks while they're talking. I'm sorry, when they're not talking about
When
socks.
we're not talking about socks. They just had half the screen was a pair of socks, but we're not talking about them.
We have talked about what Colin Kaepernick stood up for and his right to do so. We have talked about the issues that you are protesting against. Colin Kaepernick has put himself in the middle of this discussion about policing right now, and he was wearing those socks, which are seen by many as offensive. The socks are part of the larger discussion here. It's not like we're having a sartorial discussion about fashion.
People are looking for some kind of kumbaya moment here. This is about accountability. This is about justice. And yes, the people who killed Freddie Gray and who weren't held accountable, the people who killed the 1,200 U.S. citizens and weren't held accountable are pigs. And the people who are covering for them, to include the media and politicians.
And that's where the video ended.
Wow.
And that's where the video ended. God bless that guy. God bless that guy.
And Rory
Yes.
Fanning has gone to 2.
Yeah, and that guy's not a coward, right? That's courage. Cowardly is what the reporter's doing there by pretending the focus. There's something wrong with Kaepernick, isn't there? I mean, if we're going to be even, again, it's that crazy false equivalence. Somehow him wearing those socks is equivalent to cops shooting and murdering people with impunity. Somehow that's equal. It's all this. I have to make a false equivalence. We saw Don Lemon explain that to us before in another video, that's what they're told to do. They always have to look for a false equivalence, and that's exactly what this guy's doing. And this is a disservice. Again, I'm sure this guy's a nice guy, but CNN is horrible, and the journalism they do is horrible, and it's a disservice to people. And what he's doing right now is trying to pretend that Kaepernick's also wrong. Come on. Shut up. You're talking about guys with guns given license to murder, and you're afraid that their feelings might be hurt because he wore socks? So good for that guy. Good for you, Rory. And he's from my hometown, Chicago. We should try to get that guy on the show. I love that guy. You know who that guy reminds me of? That guy's a truth teller, because that guy's seen it. He's been in it. And he ain't afraid of anybody. He ain't afraid to tell the truth. And he ain't afraid to stand up for somebody who's telling the truth. And he ain't afraid to call out that guy on CNN right to his face on his own goddamn news show. That's a veteran. That's a real deal guy.
You know what? My question is, do you think they're going to give Rory Fanning a $500,000 contract to come and be a regular on CNN?
I wonder
do you think that?
Because the CNN paid Corey Lewandowski, they're currently paying him $500,000 to come on and give commentary propaganda for Donald Trump. I wonder if they're going to pay him $500,000. Come on. I wonder. No. No. That guy told the truth. He just told the truth right to that CNN reporter's frickin' face. And believe me, that wasn't good. Maybe that's why I can't find that video anywhere. I can't find it anywhere. If you could find I'd love to see the longer version of this. Good for you, Rory. Good for you. Keeping the focus where it should be. Criminal cop culture and shitty journalism and the people who apologize for them. Good for you, Rory.